Actually, smoking 20 cigarettes a day and being inactive have exactly the same risk factor for heart disease. And the risk of walking is absolutely minimal. Apart from a stumble or a bit of a knock, it is unbelievably safe, and it's far safer than out walking than sitting on the couch. Health walks, walking, physical activity, it's all frontline medicine. We're talking about as big a problem as smoking and as big a problem as high blood pressure and cholesterol, and we have to take a role in this. It has to be frontline medicine, it has to be core work that we do, and we must look at it probably as a first-line treatment before we go on to drugs in many cases. Okay, for severe cases, drugs are always going to be important, but for a lot of cases where high blood pressure or there's a problem with heart or there's mild depression, let's try the health walks as a first-line treatment, and I think people will be surprised how much they won't need to go on to any more medication. Every 6 months I saw the same patients coming back for the diabetic clinic, which I did weekly, and every time I asked them about how active they were and were they going to get more active, and they'd all say, yes, I'll be more active, and gave a smile. And I knew perfectly well, and they knew perfectly well, that things weren't going to change. And the reason was they didn't want to do sport, they didn't have the confidence to go to the gym, and they didn't want to be seen in a swimming costume. So at the end of one clinic, I went outside, went for a walk, and I walked past the houses where the patients lived and thought, well, this is strange. We're on a footpath, lovely sunny evening, and there's not a single patient or person to be found. And it was at that point I came to them and said, well, why aren't you walking? And we realised it was lack of confidence, it was safety for women particularly, they didn't feel safe to be outdoors. People didn't know where to go, people felt that it wasn't for them, and they didn't realise that walking actually was a physical activity. They thought it had to be something special. So that's how the first lead walk started.